So here we go once again with the final match of the day of TMProLeague. So we will be having a bit of a treat here. We'll be having DanikB of Isuba. We'll also be having Tween of Isuba, Massa of Expert, and Kronos of Against All Authority / E-Corp. So our map order will be Mac Oasis first, Humble second, Peekaboo third, Blaze fourth, and Ecstasis last. For any who are not already aware of how TMPL works, basically it's to 120 points. It will be 1v1v1v1, featuring all the players of which you've just seen there. All the players are currently warming up. And there will be 120 points as the max amount, and finalist mode will be enabled. There's 5 maps as I just read out to you there. We'll do 4 rounds in each map, with the points on each round being 10, 7, 5 and 3. Of course, the objective to get to 120 points, get your finalist mode, and then win the corresponding round. So let's see which one of the players will be taking home the first position. I really like this match because there's no clear favourite for it. I would say each player's kind of had their ups and downs throughout this season, and I'll be very interested to see who comes out on top. As on their best, this would be an incredible matchup. As in the best Massa, best Kronos, best Tween and best DanikB would be a hell of a match to watch. But let's see what version of them shows up today as we start off round number 1 on Mac Oasis by Craft. We're going to start off by watching Kronos. Through the tight start early on, we see DanikB slightly dropping down, but not that much of a disadvantage. Kronos having some trouble at least in catching up to Tween and Massa, and he has the first crash of the day. You see he just drifted a bit too close there to the left hand side. He did touch, of course. So let's check out the battle for first place here. So here's between Tween and Massa. So because they've faced each other numerous amount of times at LANs and big events, so maybe a bit of a grudge match between the two of these here. Massa goes for the inside line, drops the gear and hugs the inside of the corner. And now Tween still in second place here though, goes for a bit more of an outside line, trying to gain some speed in the downhill. Massa gets better of him, but Massa touches just before the loop. It does result in Massa actually dropping down to third, so lost first there a bit. A bit of a bad way there by Massa. So unlucky for him, but not as bad as Kronos, who didn't get any points there. But this time let's focus on Massa again as he attempts to recover from that unfortunate loss of points at the last kind of stretch there. Oh, he takes too much speed there, did Massa, and you see there he had to release a lot, so he didn't hit the outside wall. But let's check out DanikB, who's actually in the lead here at the moment, in front of his teammate Tween. Let's actually check from Tween's perspective so we get a bit of a better view of it. So you see here Tween's actually quite far behind DanikB at the moment, 0.37 behind at the moment. DanikB off to a very good start in this round. And he's still 3.5 tenths behind. DanikB can afford to safe the final turns of this map now, this round, and secure himself 10 points, which he will draw level with his teammate. And there we go. So first for DanikB, second for Tween, third for Massa, and fourth for Kronos. So very bad start here for Kronos. Only 3 points from 2 rounds. 17 points for DanikB and Tween. 10 points for Massa. So let's start with Tween on this round. See how he does. No crashes again through the start here. You see here Massa's dropped off early on again. He's 0.3 behind here. But let's check out this main pack battle here. Battle between Tween, DanikB and Kronos. You see here Kronos having a bit of a wild line going through here. Massa's caught up though. Massa must have risked a bit. And now he's back in the contention for first place. He's risking by the looks of things. Tween's dropped down to the last position, but that means we've got a good view of the match here. He gets more speed than Kronos. Massa seems to keep his speed though, but Massa touches on the inside there and does crash, unfortunately for him, so he will not be going further in this round. Does Tween have more speed than Kronos? Tween risked it going through there. He had a bad line, but he does take it over Kronos. First place for DanikB, second for Tween, third for Kronos, and last for Massa. So we're very unlucky there for at least Massa and Kronos going through there. And the duo of Asuba are taking command of this match, but let's start off with Massa and see if he gets a better start this time. Hello River, nice to see you back around, man. Nevertheless, Massa this time off to a much better start. Already with a substantial lead at least over his previous times. Keeping himself very close to the walls here, but he is still getting challenged. But DanikB, he gets the no slide. Of course, as we're going through a previous stream, we looked through that as like it was always a bit of a problem going through there, as you had the two drift marks there, and you need to cancel them out before you go into that corner, or at least try and nail slide it. But whatever Massa tried there clearly did not work. But whatever DanikB is doing today is working. He's securing first place again by the looks of things. Kronos will have to settle for second here. Might have more speed here than DanikB though, but not enough. DanikB does take first, a 102.1, Kronos second, Tween third, and Massa fourth. So Massa and Kronos only 1 point separating them at the bottom of the pack, but already Massa 13 points behind Tween and 21 points actually behind DanikB. So here we go on to map number 2, which will be Humble by Skadi. So let's check out Kronos in the warm-up. I believe he might have the world record here. Kronos simply replies with N. I'm assuming he doesn't agree that he has lost. So Massa perhaps losing a bit of focus here, or at least a bit of motivation. But he's at least doing good in the warm-up, I suppose. That's one thing. So we'll wait the first warm-up to finish, and then we will get underway with the first round of the second map. Kronos showing why that tight section can be quite a big problem. 104.2 by Massa though. Very, very good time done by him. Very close to the world record. As far as I've seen, it was a 1.6 or a 1.9 or something like that. So if Massa can keep up that kind of pace, anything's possible. Let's see. A wild line going through this start, but it's working for him. He's still fighting for first. DanikB's the only one to kind of significantly have dropped down. You see here, he's still in the fight for the pack though. Let's go back to DanikB and see how he's doing. Oh, Massa goes too close to the inside there, crashes into the poles, and Humble claims its first victim. First of many, I'm sure. So let's see if Kronos, Tween and DanikB will stay in the same position. Danik actually overtakes Tween, but it looks as if Tween had a bit more speed there. Maybe not, but coming in a tricky section here. Tween get more speed going through there. They both risked it going through, but DanikB get much more speed coming through it. Kronos looks like he will hold on to first place though. Kills enough speed and gets through the ending no problem. 10 points for Kronos, 7 for DanikB, 5 for Tween, 3 for Massa. So we're still off to a really good start here for DanikB. 10 points ahead of Tween and 19 points ahead of Kronos, but Massa falling further and further behind. Massa again having trouble here. Let's check him out for this round. He's falling further behind. But of course we've seen Massa having a very strong pace in the warm-up, so let's see if he manages to recover here. He's already caught up to Tween. Oh, DanikB maybe took a bit too much speed there, so he lost a bit of time going through there basically. And Massa now is challenging for first place, so shows how much it can change when he really switches it on, so to speak. But as of the moment, it looks as if the full four-player pack are having trouble. So your Tween's already dropped down. DanikB is still in first though. Massa, oh, he's just going to make it over there. Tween's upside down, he ain't going no further. Kronos makes it as well, and DanikB's the only one to finish with a reasonable time here. Massa takes second. Kronos didn't finish actually. I think he crashed into the end there. So only 2 people finished. Humble gets a double kill. And there we go. So that means DanikB extends his lead to 20 points here. It does mean Massa catches up a bit in Tween and overtakes Kronos. Quite a bit of a turnaround from failing early on. But speaking of failing early on, DanikB is almost out of this round already with a second of a disadvantage to his fellow opponents. But let's check out Kronos here, as he is in pursuit of the man from Expert. Here Tween is in third place, but Tween's slightly further behind Kronos, just out of the shot of the eye. Massa still in the lead here though, with a strong lead. He's looking to be on a good time here. Low 104 again. He's only getting faster and faster here. Let's check out Massa for the ending, but he crashes it just as we switch over to him, and again fails the ending. Just in that one section has claimed him twice. And Kronos now takes first place, Tween second, DanikB third, and Massa has to settle for fourth, despite being on such a good time. But I guess that's just the nature of Massa's style of play. Welcome back, Hoofed. So final round on Humble, and here we go. So Kronos falling down early, and Massa as well. So 2 players being claimed by the start of Humble. And now it's just a duo of Isuba left remaining, and DanikB loses a lot of time going over there, so let's go back to Tween and have him take us through the rest of this map. Tween can afford to fully safe here. He does have an advantage of 0.7 of a second and then 0.17 of a second, so easy 10 points this should be here for Tween. He'll gain himself more breathing space over Kronos and Massa, and gain himself some more points in the battle for first place. Really wide there was Tween though, and adjusted his line there a bit. The Tween, DanikB's slightly catching up there, but will take a hell of a mistake there from Tween for DanikB to actually overtake him. And Tween doesn't need to be on a monster of a time here. He should just get the 10 points anyway, and he does. So 10 points for Tween, 7 for DanikB, 5 for Massa, and no 3 for Kronos just at the end there. And yeah, a lot of points lost there for Massa. Clearly Humble isn't his most comfortable map, but here we go on to what should be at least a good map here. Peekaboo by Rowan Omnipots. In this match, this is the oldest one in the pack, so at least the players should be most prepared. No player really has an excuse to not be prepared on this map. It has been out, as I said, by far the longest. So the question is whether we'll see a good performance by these players in these maps. So we see here, of course, DanikB and 66 points after 2 maps. So good all over 2 maps for DanikB. 51 points for his closest opponent, which is his teammate Tween. And then it goes down to Kronos on 38. And then Massa on 34. So quite a big gap between the top 2 and the bottom 2. It seems to be a running theme with this. So let's see how it plays out. And here we go, round number 1 on Peekaboo. World record on this, I believe, 105.91 by Carl Jr. So for these players we expect mid to low 106s if they're on good runs here. Is here Kronos taking an early lead here though. Tween Massa relatively close, but Tween lost a bit of speed there going through that right hander. And a kind of weird landing for it. So as a result, DanikB overtakes, but let's stick with Tween here at the moment. We've got a good view of the battles that are in front of us. He's only 0.2 behind. Big mistake there from Massa. He will not finish this round. So that's another amount of points they lost here for Massa. And now the remaining round is between Kronos, DanikB and Tween. So 0.2 behind is DanikB from Kronos. So let's check him out. So all that's remaining is the end here. And there we go. So Kronos will take it with a good jump there. A 106.7, a 106.8 going to DanikB. So decent times there by the players. And then Tween taking the 3rd position there with a 107.39. And good job there by the players involved. But you should be expecting faster times here. We've seen faster times being driven regularly by some other players. It certainly won't be one driven today by Tween, as he does drop down early. Same can be said for DanikB. So now the battle is between Kronos and Massa for first place here. See here, Massa takes a different trajectory, going much more inside than Kronos. It does look as if it's worked out a bit better for him. Very close here between the top 2 players. Of course, these players are in 3rd and 4th positions here at the moment. Kronos will be looking to get a good result in this round to catch up on Tween, but Massa again having such a big mistake going through that section. It's twice it's caused him a major problem now. And we do see Massa dropping all the way down to the back. Kronos in 1st place now, in prime position to catch up on Tween. DanikB in 2nd though, doing a bit of damage limitation there. 106.7 by Kronos, so at least he's keeping consistent here. Brings himself up to 58 points. 1 point behind Tween at the moment, but now Massa is 19 points behind Kronos at the moment. DanikB with a strong lead of 21 points in front of Tween here, so he might not be lighting up the scoreboard with 1st places all the time, but he's staying consistent, which is very important in these types of matches. So good job there by DanikB, and let's see if it continues here going forward, or if Massa's finally going to get his head straight. So far a close round by these players, with Massa having a slight advantage over the rest of the pack. Tween kind of dived into that corner there, but as a result loses a bit of speed. So now Massa's still up in the lead here. Oh, he loses speed going through the left-hander though. He must have had a bit more of a gear down, which gave him a bit of a slowdown or something like that. So now Kronos and DanikB overtake him, and now the battle for 1st place is on. Oh, Kronos gets a no drift going through there though. He got a completely smooth landing. So that resulted in him losing the position again. Tween more speed here than Massa. Will he get it though? He does, but 1st place goes to DanikB there. Great race between those 2 players, at least for the 2nd position. Tween steals it by 0.02 of a second, and now Massa still only on 44 points. Kronos 61, and now Tween up to 66, but DanikB on 90 points here, so Very strong lead here for DanikB, and it's not exactly as if it's over some lowly players. Couldn't really hope to be having a better match against this level of opponent, but that's of course as much down to them having trouble as DanikB having a good match, so no credit away from him there. Tween had to release a bit there as he was going a bit too wide, and he goes a bit too wide again there, so Tween not on his game at the moment, and he does fall on peekaboo. But now Massa in lead again, looking to have a much better round than before. DanikB's failed this round though, perhaps commentator's curse for him there, but Kronos is actually catching up on Massa here. Very close here, only 800s between the two players. Of course, two titans of the Trackmania scene, of course. Same can be said for all of them people in this match, but looks as if Massa is going to be the one taking it here. Kronos maybe try to go for a bit more inside, but it won't be enough. Massa takes it. Good job there by him. And he does bring himself up to 54 points. He's still 14 points behind Kronos here. DanikB up in 93 points here. Tween 71, Kronos 68, and Massa on 54 as we move on to Blaze. So, I've seen Kronos having some trouble here earlier. But it's a question of what players are prepared here for this track most. As it's clearly more preparation, especially on the ending, and you can have a very strong advantage over the other players in this map. So let's get an idea of how the warm-up goes and to see who is the best on it. Here we go, now we're coming up to the end and we'll get an idea of it. I know it gives Kronos a fear. Massa does make it, Tween makes it though. Tween made it no problem. So, good luck and have fun. And here we go, round number 1 on Blaze. Let's see if the players manage to get through here no problem, or if it will shake up the positions of this match. We will see. So Kronos currently at the bottom of this pack. Kronos not very confident on this map whatsoever. I don't blame him, but he certainly needs to pick up his pace on it if it's going to be any better for him in matches. But mistakes here being made by Massa and DanikB. Kronos as well having a bit of a blunder there, so leaving Tween all on his own up at the top. So let's have a look at Tween going through the ending here. He gets through that part no problem. Now we come up to the tight section. Tween lost quite a bit of speed going through there, but he's got a very healthy lead, so he can afford to kind of fairly safe the rest of this. And how will he do with the final jump? Looks as if he knows how to do it. At least he slows down a little bit, I think, there, just to do it as safe as possible. And there we go, all players finished there. All players managed to get the jump, no problem. And there we go, so first round in Blaze in the bag. DanikB on 98 points, Tween 81, Kronos 75, Massa 57. So DanikB can potentially get finalist mode here, but you'll need to get a lot of points from the following rounds. What is Massa doing, you asking? Let's spec him and find out. Oh, he's crashing, that's what he's doing. Unfortunate mistake there from Massa, just jumping a bit too far to the left there. And Blaze claims another victim. Tween this time in the lead again. He looks strong on this map at the very least. And actually, as I say that, he loses time to DanikB and Kronos going over that section, just going over the downhill part of that long left-hander. But now he has more speed, and as a result he will overtake Kronos, and he will catch DanikB, going for an inside line here, and now Tween goes up to first position. So DanikB though, he's right beside, but DanikB crashes into the poles here. So how will it go for the ending? Kronos going for it, he fails it. Kronos is not going to get any points. Massa gets it, DanikB gets it, but Kronos, very unfortunate for him, he walks out of that round with no points. 103 points for DanikB, but Tween's getting closer now, he's on 91. So DanikB needs 17 points, and he's a first and a second out of these remaining 2 rounds to reach finalist. Won't be possible for Tween, but he can certainly bring himself within a round of finalist if he wins both. Oh, is that a mistake there being made? DanikB's dropped down, Kronos has as well, so let's check out from DanikB's perspective as we get a nice view of the battle between Massa and Tween. So you can see here at least no mistakes being made by the players up at the top. And Massa still in the lead here. Let's hop ahead to Tween just to see how him and Massa do the end. Both get through the tight pole part, no problem. And Massa, will he get it? He does. Good job there by Massa. DanikB makes it just in front of Tween because he was so wide, and Kronos makes a safe finish as well. So nice time there by Massa. 59.2, I believe the world record's like 58 something if I remember correctly. But there we go, DanikB got his second place, so now he needs to win the round to put himself on finalist mode, of which we will then go into Ecstasis, I believe. Final round of this map, as I said. So let's focus on Kronos for it. And he finds himself at the back of the pack around this section. Stunts by Kronos, not beneficial for the round whatsoever, but at least he's failing it in style. And Massa still in the first place here, but let's watch DanikB, who is the important factor here, looking for first place to gain himself finalist mode. Oh, I didn't even see where Massa went there. 1 second he was there, 1 second he wasn't. Tween makes a big mistake as well, he recovers at the very least, but now the pressure is on for DanikB. If he gets this ending, no problem, which he can safe it, then he denies everyone but Tween points. Oh, he full safes that there, I don't blame him. Tween, oh, he will get in, no problem. Will Kronos get it? He will, just in time there. Any longer then Kronos wouldn't have had the time to finish there. But now our first finalist has been decided, and it is the man from the Czech Republic, is DanikB of Isuba. So well, this match always was going to be slightly unpredictable due to Massa being a bit of a wild card in any sort of match. Kronos, not really sure how much he's trained, and the same can be said for DanikB and Tween. So let's see at least if we can get any clues from the warm up, and then we'll take it from there. This map, I must say, is one of the easier maps out of the cycle. There's a few tight parts of which you can have some trouble with, but yeah, other than that, at least I'm sure the players will find this map one of the easier ones of the pack. Might see some mistakes being made more from risking than anything else, but who knows. We were waiting to find out. So 104.3 by Kronos there, so good job. Isn't W1R the author of the 4-style map? Yes, he is, player. I believe he was author of ESL Chocoburger, I believe it was. So, round number 1, DanikB's first finalist attempt. Kronos already claimed by the map in the very first turn. He's already down by about a second here, so now it's down to Massa and Tween to deny DanikB. Massa off to a very strong start here at the moment. Gained a lot of speed going through here, but he's already been caught up by Tween and DanikB. Danik dropping down though, makes a big mistake already on 2 wheels, so he is out of the round. Now it's Tween versus Massa up in the lead. Tween went a bit more inside there. Massa should have had the more speed, but Massa's disappeared. Massa has already fallen behind by quite some distance. So now it should be an easy 10 points for Tween. Oh, he went really close to the inside. They were too close. So will Kronos catch up now? A bit more speed going over here, and Kronos might actually get there. But it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Looks as if Tween can still afford to save. And let's see. So Tween going through the ending. Will he have the speed? Only just. 105.4. Not the best of rounds there. Tween does take first. Kronos second. Massa third. DanikB on his first attempt does get last. Thank you very much for the host, Nelke. I hope the matches you were streaming went well and were interesting, of course. And welcome to potentially what might be the final round of the battle for first place. And we see here DanikB is the one looking to close it off right here and now. But Tween, if he wins this round, will go up to finalist. Kronos isn't too far behind, and you can definitely not count out Massa. See here Tween this time dropping down to the back. Kronos as well actually catching up a bit, but Massa has the lead. Of course, Massa, as we've seen, the rounds can turn completely on its head, as it just has there. Massa proving that he is, you know, kind of blowing hot and cold, and it's very much can be said it's cold at the moment for Massa. Kronos in the lead though, but DanikB with more speed. He's looking to take the first position here. He needs it to secure his finalist. He needs to risk it here though. Kronos has the lead. Is he going to go for it in the last corner? He's got more speed than an inside line, but it's not going to be enough. Kronos just keeps his nose in front there, and he pips him to the point by 0.03 of a second actually. Does bring himself up to 100 points now, so Kronos not too far away from finalist mode whatsoever. Neither is Tween, so Tween all he needs to do is finish third or higher, and Kronos needs to win 2 rounds in a row here to get finalist at the optimum time. But let's keep our eye on DanikB here. He does not have Massa in his way to deny him this time. Massa is already down. Kronos already having trouble in this map already. He is 0.4 behind, so the only person that can deny DanikB is the person that's going for finalist mode in this round himself. Tween, his teammate at Isuba. Let's see, will there be some team tactics here, or will there be absolutely merciless? All is fair in love, war and TMPL. So let's see. DanikB going a bit wide there, so he'll have a different trajectory going through this turn. He does get it more inside than Tween though, but he doesn't get more speed as a result. So now, same position as last round. What can he do with it this time? Gets much more speed coming through there. Overtakes Tween. Where's Tween? I've lost my hotkey. We're staying with DanikB. He's got more speed. I think Tween crashed, and he does take it. So GG for DanikB there. Tween had to settle for second place, and he didn't get it. Where's Kronos? Kronos doesn't finish either, so big advantage there for Tween in his battle for second place now, as that now is the goal of the remaining players. Massa 84 points only, Kronos only on 100, so Kronos needs to win 2 rounds in a row or count on Massa to deny Tween at all, or else it is going to be curtains for this match, and Massa will take last place. So Tween not in the best place early on in this round. Not too far behind. He is at a manageable distance. He's only a 10th behind at the moment. Kronos, however, in the lead, going strong. Has a bit more of an inside line there, so he won't get as much speed. Massa's out of it. Now, as you see here, Tween massively caught up on Kronos due to the speed that Kronos lost. However, it's still at a 10th. Kronos had a good section there, but he needs to hold strong at the ending here. We've seen Kronos have good rounds here. Will the same be said here, or will he choke at the end? Oh, close there for Kronos. But it looks as if he will hold solid. He lost a lot of speed going through there though. Will he have enough speed to get through the jump? Oh, he will, just there. 104.4 by Kronos, securing himself the first of the 2 rounds he needed to get himself onto finalist mode. So Tween still has this round in the bag. And we go back on to Mac Oasis. So can't really recall who done very well here. I remember Massa crashing a lot, that's about it. But nevertheless, we are bringing it up to a close here. Unless Massa manages to do something incredible, this will be the final match. Final map of the final match of the day. But it's not over yet. It's not over until that second finalist has won the round and not the warm-up round. Seen here, Kronos was performing good on this as well as Tween. So definitely it's really hit or miss between who's going to take it must be said. Seen Massa's had a good pace here, but we've also seen a lot of mistakes from him as well. If he focuses here, Massa can of course do well, but we'll take that focus coming in. We'll take some good rounds to get anything from this. So, here we go guys. Potentially the final round. Who knows? Will Tween manage to close it off right here and now? Or will Kronos or Massa deny them? Let's start off with Tween. We found his hotkey. All's good. Here we go. After this tight start again. Tween goes for speed. Massa's already out of it. So only Kronos can deny Massa. If Kronos denies Massa, Kronos will also be a finalist. So a lot at stake here in this round. And Massa, I believe, may have retired. Looks as if he has done so. Where did Kronos go? Kronos is retired. Massa's upside down at the finish. And Tween, all he needs to do, full safe the end, and the match is over. So, I guess we can almost call GG's already. And there we go. So, Kronos kind of threw that at the end there, a bit of a silly mistake. Massa's already out of the server. As I said, Tween is full safe the end, and second place is his. So a clean sweep for Suba. DanikB taking first, Tween taking second, Kronos taking third, and Massa having to settle for 0 points. So very unlucky there for Massa. So GG, and DanikB first, Tween second, Kronos third, and Massa fourth.